It's very funny denying children the ability to eat chocolates and toys because they are Palestinian and not Israeli. That's just so incredibly trivial.
Yes.
Incredibly trivial.
The emotional appeals.
And potato chips.
The emotional appeals, dude. I mean, it is pretty fucked up. What do you mean it's an emotional appeal? Like, I'm sorry that makes the argument that you're presenting look fucking significantly worse when you deliver what is actually happening and what the impact is on the broader Palestinian population. Yes, it is indefensible. You choose to defend it. You can't just go, emotional appeals. Be logical. You didn't deliver a logical counter. You simply stated that cookies are being used to make rockets. Okay? While simultaneously saying fertilizer and processed sugar is how they make it. Packaged processed cookies are not being used to make fucking rockets. Oh. You tried to bastardize that argument. And when it failed and you look ridiculous, you then turn around and go, oh, you're making an emotional appeal. No, the real goal there is psychological terror. That's what it is.
It's working. We're two more virtue signals away from a free Palestinian people. Keep going.
It's you trivializing. If it was the other way around, if Hamas was imposing a siege on Israel in which Israeli children were not allowed to do any of that stuff, you would not be sitting here making light of it. It would not be trivial to you because you understand that Israelis are human beings and their children deserve to eat potato chips,
Jewish
and soda
people.
pops. Sorry,
hold on.
You do.
Jewish people live in Arab countries around the world.
Wow, that's a really good counter, man. That's a really solid counter. Like, what the fuck? Why? That one, you just immediately move the goalpost to something entirely different. Okay. And number two, Jewish people now, especially, are perfectly allowed to live in any fucking country they want to live in. As a matter of fact, ironically enough, Yasser Arafat tried to facilitate a reverse migration for Moroccan Jews, which of course nobody wanted to do, and that's fine. But it doesn't even matter in this circumstance. If your goal here is to say like Jews are not safe in any of these Arab countries, like what the fuck do you mean? What is the Abraham Accords? Okay, if we're talking throughout history, Jews were a lot safer under the Ottoman Empire than they were under Christian nations. If we're talking about right now, Jewish people can go to other nations with ease, as a matter of fact, in other Arab nations as well. But none of that has anything to do with Israel's genocidal intent, Israel's genocidal actions, and Israel's blockade. Is this why you tell chat to be normal so we don't look like this? Yes.
But they all left. How many? When we talk about the Nakba and the expulsion of Jews, how many Jews lived in the West Bank after 40?
See, there you go. How many Jews live in the West Bank? 750,000. What the fuck do you mean?
Thank you for the deflection.
I didn't deflect. I'm just answering your.
Let him answer about why the blockade exists.
He's not. He's got to do the 52 different talking points first.
The blockade exists.
Oh my God.
I like that he's also. I mean, he obviously is like extra hostile here because the people that he's talking to know what the fuck they're talking about. So he's just like really ramping it up with the gish galloping and also the goalpost moving. It is rather ironic that people who claim to be, debate experts, who are very quick to be like, that's an ad hominem or whatever, are also the first to deploy these kinds of logical fallacies in a conversation when they are met with an opponent that is delivering talking points that they can't effectively counter. That's what you do. It's like hack material, basically. It's like a life jacket for you. It's a life vest. You just immediately rip the fucking parachute cord and hit him with well, what about the Jews? What happened with the Aliyahs? As a matter of fact, Jews were expelled from all the Arab nations. It's like, okay, do you agree with that? I don't.